In the spring of 1977, the Pioneer Crafts Council sponsored a 4-day puppet workshop for the special education students at Springfield Elementary School in Normalville, Pennsylvania. The children in special education, acting as hosts, invited some students from each of the other classes in the school to join them for this occasion. Ed Lilley was the guest teacher. Together, they created the events that follow. No matter what it is that makes these children special, we believe all children can be reached by a touch of hands.
I even hate the word. Hand. Hand. Who in the world would ever just want to be a plain old, dumb old thingy?
Who do I think I am? I'm Ed Lilley, and as my everyday work, I'm an expressive arts therapist. And sometimes I feel like I'm a gypsy, and I arrive in a place in my van, and while I'm there, I push and sell a magic potion that makes everyone feel very good, and then I'm off in my van to the next town.
Don't know where I'm going, and I don't really care, 'cause I know I've got whatever it takes to get me anywhere. I got the sun above my head, I got the earth beneath my feet, I got a smile on my face for all of my friends and the people I'm gonna meet. Chase the rainbow, and I can touch the sky. I got some dreams in my pockets and wings to make 'em fly. Well, I don't know where I'm going, and I don't really care, 'cause I know I've got whatever it takes to get me anywhere.
Come back tomorrow.
Their faces were full of questions that first day. We just needed time to stare, to test out, and to sense each other. I was a stranger come from the city with a puppet theater strapped to my car and a box full of surprises. The students had come from their homes in remote areas of this mountain. We would spend 4 days together preparing a puppet show. And we can get ready to sit it down. Good. Now, we can open these out, and that's where you hide behind. That helps it stand up if you let that sit back there. And those parts that we saw in the trunk, come right up here. They're bolted. You're doing it already. See these hands? That's great. Okay, let's go up and get started.
I don't know where I'm going, and I don't really care, 'cause I know I got whatever it takes to get me anywhere.
Maybe even
We can get
right
some
on up
of
there. You
that.
see that little valley right up in there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, my name is Ed. And what's your name? Kevin? Kenny. We started simply. To establish a tone of trust, we mirrored each other's actions, followed along, and pulled together. Palms this way. But my plan involved lining up games and exercises and activities which would immediately point to success, have them succeed. I felt like every sentence I said, every movement I made, wanted to say to them, it's all right, it's fine, you'll be safe with me, it's all right to come out, it's all right to loosen up, to give yourself to this game. because we're going to do this together. It's going to be brief, but there's a lot of fun ahead.
All right, very good. That was beautiful.
Next, we played a game based on becoming a part of a group. We used stretch fabric cord and got a chance to see that each of our movements is connected to the others and affects them. A person tugging too hard actually moves the hands of others in the group. And it feels so good when everyone in the group moves together as a group.
I see that you got into looking through it. I see that you see that it picks up wind, and that's exactly what this whole thing is about. There you go. Now, that's beautiful. Keep it moving.
My message is, you're so much more exciting, you're so much greater, you're so much bigger than what you think you are right now. There is so much more that you can do. And with this bag of tricks that I have from my past, all of the things that have happened to me, I bring them to have us experience this time together. And in that time, let's just play with ideas.
Down inside. Take a peek. I want to check out just how good you pretend. You have a
I
partner?
try very hard to keep in touch with the group visually, to see what is happening with their bodies rhythmically, so that I'll be able to sense when an exercise has run its course, when the energy is depleted. When that has happened or the ideas seem to be used up,
Look in. What happened to it?
There's nothing there.
it's time to move on to something
Who
else.
wants to have a shaker? Keep it going.
It was time to bring on the puppets. Puppets have a magical appeal and are a wonderful entree into the world of play and pretend.
Ready? You ready? Okay.
They dove right into the game and gave themselves to the fun of the moment, which gave us all a chance to try on new voices and some new behaviors. We have learned that we have to put play aside, and we have to become serious, and we have to work. And what we have forgotten is that it is in play that we are able to try on behaviors, try on ideas that are never possible to us at any other time.
Bring your own arm right in front so that the little puppet can sit there.
I know you have real high voices right now. I want to see if you have some low voices, too.
You have some low voices, too, for your puppet?
They were with me. They had followed beautifully, even passively. Now seemed the time to play out some stronger, more aggressive behavior. We played a game of growling and snarling.
And this is no touch, but we're going to scare, all right? We're going to move in and do some growling and some fierce faces. Nobody touches. You threaten, but you don't touch. That's the rule, all right? All right, let's start walking. Let's see some fierce ones, some sounds. Let's hear it. Let's hear some noise. Come on, keep some noise going.
I hoped to stretch their image of themselves so they would have the courage and confidence to perform a puppet show in just 4 days. We would play games, make puppets, rehearse, and maybe grow a little, all in the spirit of fun. And my hope was that now we would not be reminded again and again by their limitations, but surprised again and again by their potential.
All right. Triangle shape now. Then right. All right. That's beautiful. Really nice.
The hands as characters in the puppet show really became vehicles for me to say a lot of the things that I hoped would become the message, the theme for the whole of the show. And it was that the hands were ashamed of, were hesitant to admit that they were hands. They always aspired to be something else, a dog, a cat, and a rooster.
Well, if you don't mind my saying so, you look surprisingly like a hand.
A hand? I knew it.
Experiment with that.
I knew it.
Let's play with that. Brian, wait for her to say, you look surprisingly like a hand. And if she just said that to you and you were about to say, a hand, what would you do with your body? Okay, a hand, and really be surprised. I'm going to run it back just a little.
And that after all was said and done, that they discovered that there really was some good about being hands, that hands are expressive, that hands reach other people, that hands clap, they do celebrative things, they do good things. And in the course of the show, they discovered that they were hands and that was good and that they were glad that they were.
The Foot Brothers.
Right alongside them, there are the Foot Brothers, who are feet, and they pretend to be something other than feet. In fact, a Santa Claus and a carrot.
Okay. One volunteer for a foot. I need somebody with long legs because you're going to have to reach up for her.
Kenny.
Come on up here. Sit with your legs down over the front. Can you take your shoe off?
They won't admit their feet. They insist that we call them.
Don't tell me, let me guess. They are feet, but they think they are an elephant and a football.
They think they are a carrot and Santa Claus.
Anyone with eyes can see that.
And it touches on the whole theme of those people who are a little bit different from us. It is easiest to criticize, make fun of them.
Will you bounce up and down, Kenny? Ready? Up and down.
Became almost our byword after a while. All you needed to do was to say, "Who do you think you are?" and everyone knew exactly what that meant.
Oh, Tricia! Come on, Tricia, give it to me.
Who
Don't
think
squat.
you are?
Okay, get up on those knees and really give it to me.
Who think you are?
Who do you think you are? Say that to me.
Who you think you are?
I'm Ed.
Ed!
For most people, it was very strengthening, and it was something that they loved living through that tension, that time in which they were in focus.
Who do you think
Sit up
you
here.
are?
Right, put your face up there and say it. Go ahead, tell me off.
Who do you think you are?
All right, that's it. So tell her.
Who do you think you are?
Oh, come on, shout it.
Who do you think you are?
And so I saw it as a fantastic chance for them to be able to tolerate that time when everyone was focusing on them. But of course, the inevitable happens. One particular youngster began to fumble. The next step was inevitable. That, because of the tension of that, people laughed.
Who do you think you are? Who do you think you
Try it one more time. Yell it. Yell it. It'll be easier, and slow it down just so it...
My instinct was I wanted to back up. I wanted to take that back. I didn't want to have him experience that sting, and yet he had. And there was no way for me to back away from it. I had to move into it. And what I did was began to do the exercise with him, shared the spotlight, shared the tension of that focus with him, slowed it down, lightened it up as much as I could, and finally allowed him to state it alone. And he succeeded.
Scare him. Tell him. Okay, good. Tell him.
Who do you think you are?
My work is a whole collection of a little bit of this and a little piece of that and so forth. And I proceed, perhaps looking sometimes as if I know exactly what is happening and what I am doing and what the next step is and so forth. But the point is that on the spot, no one is going to be able to anticipate the next step. For example, what happens when a plan falls through? We began one morning with a spacewalk game, and we were ready to break into smaller groups when I was met with the first signs of resistance to authority.
I'm going to put you in different groups anyway. That's not going to matter. Yes, 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 yes. I'm going to mix you all up. Do you see what happened? Look at this. Do you see what
They had divided themselves, boys to one side, girls to the other. And when I asked them to mix, they flatly refused. And the girls rejected two boys who were willing to mix.
Okay, well, maybe we can work something out.
The boys were obviously hurt and embarrassed. I would not have chosen to deal with this, but I felt that I had to approach it head on. So I quickly made up a game around what had just happened.
How about, let's do a thing with girls on one side and boys on the other. And that might grab your purse.
The girls were asked to walk down the narrow street of a foreign country where there were terrifying boys.
That one smiles pretty nicely. Look at that. Is that one smiling?
Yeah.
That one gives you a half smile. Watch it. Watch it. Okay, wait. See whether he's kidding you or whether he's serious.
He's kidding us.
All right. Walk up right to him and see if he is kidding.
The game was fun. We released a lot of tension, and before long we were able to move on to games as a mixed group.
You made it. All right. We've paid a whole lot of attention to hands yesterday and today. And hands are one of the parts of our body that is the farthest away from our heart. And yet it's hands that reach out to other people, that touch them. I was saying, help me!
I wrote a show, had it taped ahead of time so that there wouldn't be the pressure on the kids to produce the sound for the voices. Also stayed loose about that, decided that we would rehearse with that, but if they began to produce the voices themselves and knew the lines, that their voices would be the ones that we would use.
A hand! I knew it! I knew that's what you were gonna say.
Nothing.
I'm playing. I'm gonna play.
I'm going to play too.
You're gonna play yours when you get home?
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Also took along a ready-made puppet theater, unpainted, so that they could do the painting, and that our time wouldn't be put to having to construct the puppet theater, that we could immediately begin to use it. We could practice behind it. And that they would then make paper bag and paper mache puppets.
Dogs, roosters, and cats in paper mache, please. Dogs, cats, and roosters in brown bags, please.
so that by the time the performance came, I hoped that the best time was already behind us. This was just gliding through on the knowledge that we had gained from the 4 days.
It's the Foot Brothers.
I should have known.
Oh, wait till you hear their story.
They won't admit their feet. They insist that we call them.
Don't tell me. Let me guess. They are feet, but they think they are an elephant and a football.
Wrong! They think they are a carrot and Santa Claus.
Oh, dear me.
And my emphasis was, from the beginning, now is the important time. We're going to be okay in the performance. Now's the time that we're having fun.
I'm very proud of you already. So there is not anything that will happen in this show that will disappoint me in you. And you don't have to convince me that you're great. I already believe that. Okay, let's say I'm going to be great. All right, good. Good for you.
Whatever it takes to get me anywhere. I got the sun above my head.
Of course, it's none of my business, but if you ask me, I think you're being silly hiding there. Please come out.
I really became a secondary character that day, and I didn't know how integral I'd have to be to the process. I didn't know how many hands I would literally have to take and move to the place. But I had leaders. One particular youngster just became the director of the whole thing. He knew the show well enough that he would tap a shoulder, he would move a hand, he would tell someone to move over here. I'm glad now they went through the whole process with me.
Maybe if we do some clapping, we can hatch us some bodies to match these hands, and then this story is over. Will you help me?
Sure.
Everybody up and clap. All in the same place, all right? So we don't lose
The students' faces glowed with pride in their success. In the weeks to follow, these youngsters would walk taller, speak louder, and look more people in the eye.
Thank you. Thank you, man. That was really nice. Beautiful.
A few months after this performance, we were stunned when told that Harry Bowers, a student central to the project, died. But someone close to him rushed to comfort us with this thought. He probably had enjoyed the happiest and proudest days of his life working on this show. We must be thankful that he had the experience. We dedicate this film to the memory of Harry Bowers.
Well, I don't know where I'm going, and I don't really care, 'cause I know I got whatever it takes to get me anywhere. I got the sun above my head, I got the earth beneath my feet, I got a smile on my face for all of my friends and the people I'm gonna meet. I can chase a rainbow and I can touch the sky. I got some dreams in my pockets and the wings to make 'em fly. Well, I don't know where I'm going, and I don't really care, 'cause I know I got whatever it takes to get me anywhere.
goodbye. Just a nice, friendly little squeezing that way. Okay? See you next week.
Yeah, see ya, Hands.
See ya.
Okay, see you, Hands. See you next week.
Yeah, see ya, Hands.
See ya.
Okay, see you, Hands.
See ya.